Take this from me today. Life will not give you what you want, but it will always give you what you demand of it. Life will not give you what you want, but it will always give you what you demand of it with your effort, with your persistence, your sacrifice, and everything you've got inside you. So that is life for you. So it gives you what you demand. So you have to demand so hard and demand very, very hard. So you must ask with all the effort in you and all the human effort in you, and you get what you want. That's the way it works. So it's more like a law of what demand and supply. You demand, life supplies. So it's the way it works. It doesn't go the opposite, guys. So how are you faring? Yeah. How is your neighborhood? How is your neighborhood today? Yeah, I hope everywhere is secured. I hope you are feeling safe where you are. Yeah, I do care about everybody, and I do love everybody. So I really do care. I really do care about my viewers. And I really do care about you also. You watching this video today, yeah, I hope you are, really okay. I hope you are healthy. Yeah, because wealth, health is wealth, as they say. Yeah, that is it. You have to be healthy and have enough life in you for you to live and do these things. So let's drive away from that. Uh, this particular section, we're going to be talking about another thing. Yeah, another great thing on what reality check today. So on reality check, what are we checking? This is what we are checking, guys. Um, Friends or frenemies. That's what we are checking. That's what we're checking today. On reality check, once again, what we are checking today is what? Friends and frenemies. So when you talk about friends or frenemies, what does that mean? And what information are we trying to, how am I trying to relate to you actually? This is what it means, okay? Let's look at the keywords like we normally do. We point out the keywords, and explain them, and tell you what it means. Then we do what we further, put a description to it and bring it to live physical example so you see the way it works. So here it is. Mhm. Now when you talk about friends, like we all know, it means people who are close to us, people who are close to us, at times it might be people who are deeply close to us, kind of deep emotions, stuff like that. So people who are close to us, who we talk with, laugh with, share our ideas with, our life problems with, who we can call and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Stuff like that. That's a friend. Now when you talk about frenemies, as in FRENIE, as in FRE, frenemies, right? NIE, no, we're actually spelling enemies here. Pardon me, guys. As in FRE, then NEMIES. So frenemies. So now, when you talk about frenemies, you are actually saying what? Friend and enemies. Like you have actually combined, two words into one, to convey one context. So it's now an oxymoron. So when you say frenemies, so it's coming from the word, friend and enemy, or friends and enemies. So what it actually means is this: when you say friend, when you say frenemies, it means that your enemy who pretends to be your friend, or in other words, an enemy of yours who is also a friend. So it's really quite funny now, very, very interesting. So when you say frenemies, because it's now an adjective there, used to qualify, enemies. or an enemy. So frenemy. So the main word you are encoding there or in quote is enemy. Then fre before the fre before the enemy now means or rather is now in an adjectival form is now qualifying an enemy as also a friend. That's actually what it means. So when you say frenemies, you just mean an enemy, or rather, okay, a friend of yours who is actually your enemy, or an enemy of yours who pretends to be your friend. I think this is much better. It's not complex at all. So, an enemy of yours who pretends to be your friend, that's your frenemy. I hope we did get that, guys. So, let's move further. When we go further to description, of the intel I'm trying to pass to you today. Now, you need to always know at every particular point in time, at every point in your life, who your friend is and who your frenemy is or who your frenemies is. So there are usually more than one. So in plural form now, frenemies. So you need to always at a particular point in time be able to what distinguish or differentiate between your friend and your frenemies. So because the devil which is that enemy of yours who shows you plainly that I am your enemy, is better than the angel you don't know. So your frenemy is now an enemy of yours pretending to be an angel, and that is worst, guys. That is worst. So you don't even know the person is your enemy. So it's kind of like an ambush. So they can always ambush your life and do to you anything they want at any single time they want, and get away with it because they're close to you. They know your ins and outs. They know the way you flow and stuff like that. So now, when you are choosing your friends and people who are close to you, you know, more like your relatives and stuff, you should be careful. You should always watch out, guys. You should always watch out so that you will know that what this particular person actually share the same ideas with me, share the same thoughts with me, share the same feelings with me, and actually do encode what what I represent or the things I want in life. Like, they are flowing on the same range with me. They are making and having a positive impact on my life at every single time and moment. So, and you should also be able to now fish out, how do I put it now? The dark salmons, hiding behind white clothing or white linens, the dark ones, in your life, hiding behind, white backgrounds, behind white colors, pretending to be white, while actually right inside them, they are so black than the color black. So those are the things you need to put into consideration for you to actually distinguish between who your friend is and who your frenemy is. So how do you do this? I'll be sharing uh, some secrets with you on how you could be able to always do that at every point in time. So when you look at yourself, you already know your standards, who you are, the way you behave, the kind of character you mold, the kind of discipline you build every single time, for yourself. And you always represent and maintain that particular figure at every point in time in your life. So when someone comes, or rather is coming close to you, or begins to come close to you, now you should always be looking out to, you know, the way, they always come to accost you, how they talk to you, not about the greeting stuff, no. Don't relate to the greeting stuff because yeah, greeting is good, but salutation, like we know it, is not usually love. So it mostly comes from the frenemies. They always throw you off with bunch of greetings. Yeah, that's quite funny. So but you should be looking inside them, like internally, right inside them. The way they do, you know, the gestures, the kind of gestures they make towards you or when they come around you, the kind of ideas and not just the ideas, but the way they relate those ideas to you, and their body language towards you when you're with them and stuff, it will always catch up with them if they are your friends. They will feel that comfortable and so relaxed around you, because when you are representing a particular portfolio which you are not, that's like how do I put that? Mm, it's been called an imposter because a frenemy is what? Or frenemies are imposters. So when somebody is actually acting as an imposter, which is what? Spying on you, which is acting like a spy on you now, but pretending to be your friend, it will always stay on them. They can't just act good always. That acting is a kind of a movie now, a fairy tale. So they can't always be good to maintain that particular acting. Watch out for their mistakes, not their flaws in life, not their mistakes in life, but the mistake of them, showing that sign that I'm actually pretending, to be here, but I'm not here with you. You get so now that is the way it works. But you know, with time and the longer you roll with that person or those persons, then watch, check their comfortability around you, and how serious they take your serious stuffs, like when you relate your serious stuffs to them, how serious they reply to it, how quick they reply to it, because no matter what, if you do value someone, you always craft out time for them, stuff like that. And no matter how busy you are with what you are doing, blah blah blah, the done busy ones, yeah, like me, no matter how busy you are, you will always craft out time for those persons because you value them. But you'll be looking at your friend names, or when you check when you check the profile of your friend names, you would see things like them, not always mapping out time for you, but you are always returning that time to them. You are always returning that favor to them, and but they are always giving them that favor of what? Your time and stuff, but whenever you want to share time with them, or how do I put it, flow with them, just have a get together with them, they always make excuses. There are a few times they make up, to always be with you, the times you want to be with them. So those are the qualities you should be looking out for, in the people who come around you. So to know if that person is your friend or a frenemy, or frenemies rather. So these are the things. These are the things. So an actor or an actress, anyone you want to call it, that's for the male and female figure, can't always represent well in the movie line. No matter how good they are, okay, they keep getting better in acting. They can act, but they will always get cut off. That's why at the end of most movies, where they show when the movie was actually being acted, like the live actions of the movie before they got the particular cute scene, the particular good scene, that is displaying on our screen, and we are like, this person can act, like they don't make mistakes. When you watch, when the video was being acted, you see when the mistakes the person made before they now mastered that particular scene very well, and then uh, they got the what was needed in the video, and then that particular scene was captured and added to the video. So as the clean part of the video, but the messy backgrounds was filtered. If not, you will always see that. But at the end of some videos or movies, you will see something like that showing you this is actually the bluff the person made when acting the video. So that's that particular scene in those videos. So that's the way it works. So you should always look into the qualities of those people coming around you, and the way they relate to you and to your own style of life. So do they carry you along with their own life, or do they string you along? So those are the things. Do they carry you along with their own life such that your life, you know, mixes up with them, flows with them? So this is more like a flow, an oil. So do they mix? together with you, or are you guys like distance fellows, and that person has been deceiving you all along, or you yourself has been deceiving yourself? Because if you actually did check these things I'm talking about now, you would have get to quit the person or drop that person off a long time ago. So that's the way it works, guys. And that's about that. So I hope you did understand what I talked about in this video. So always watch my videos, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. Go to the description below this video to get my YouTube channel. It's at Zavi Money 500, and get my social media handles to always contact me for anything, any day. I'm a philosopher, a media professional, and a web developer. I love you guys. Keep watching.